This week in news, we talk about the Nintendo Direct. Let's go! Extra, extra, hear all about it. Hey guys, and welcome back to Extra Extra, your weekly gaming news podcast. I, of course, am Dean, and joining me today is James.
Hello.
And Landen.
Nah, I'm still here.
So, I don't know if any of you know this, but there was a Nintendo Direct yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
I honestly, until you told me a little bit ago today, I had no idea.
Same here.
I literally had no idea.
It's literally one thing where Nintendo on the 8th was like, and like dinner time on the 8th, if I remember correctly, was like, oh yeah, join us tomorrow at 5 p.m., Eastern or whatever.
It was very last second then.
Yeah, I mean, they do all of these all of the announcements of their directs are like, all right, we're doing it tomorrow. I'm thinking it's to prevent leaks or whatever, but whatever.
I wouldn't be too surprised if that were the case.
Yeah, you know how Nintendo is.
I don't know a whole spiel about that one last week.
But it actually kind of works out, because we've always talked about how this podcast is platform agnostic. Well, we had a big Xbox episode, we had a big PlayStation episode, and now we're going to have a big Nintendo episode.
Mix it up, baby.
It's only right. Yeah.
So it starts out with an announcement for Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I'm going to, just so the audience knows, I'm going to go through the list of stuff and like just name off details, and then if we decide we want to talk more about it, then we'll talk more about it. It's just we don't have the time to have a deep discussion on everything that was announced.
Alright, so if the birds start chirping, move on to the next one then?
Yeah.
I gotcha, okay.
The birds start chirping and the attention span dwindles.
Yeah. So, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. That is a Dynasty Warrior Fire Emblem crossover, thing, like how Hyrule Warriors, that kind of thing. And it takes place I'm not familiar with how Fire Emblem works, so it takes place in the Three Houses world, ? Like, it's that story.
Okay.
I've just started getting into emulators. I'm going to start trying to get the Fire Emblem games. I've been interested.
Yeah, I don't know if each game is its own like universe, kind of like Persona. None of the Persona games are actually connected per se.
Right.
Or Final Fantasy.
Yeah, or Final Fantasy. None of the Final Fantasies are actually connected. So I don't know if Fire Emblem's the same way or not. So that's why I just said.
This one's more of like a Dynasty Warriors spin-off, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the third one of those?
It's the reason there's a 3 in the title is it's based off of the Three Houses Fire Emblem game.
Oh, that threw me off. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember there being one of them. I didn't know. Like, did I skip the second? Did I not hear about the second one?
DS title, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm pretty sure Fire Emblem Warriors, the first one was on the Switch, and then this one, I guess, is also on the Switch. But I like those Dynasty Warrior-like games, and I'm more of a Hyrule Warriors guy than a Fire Emblem Warrior guy. But give me the theme of Zelda over Fire Emblem. They're cool games.
And it's always fun mowing through droves of enemies.
Yes, exactly.
Persona 5, oh crap, was it Royale? Not the same kind of vein. just go through and just mow down droves of
Persona 5 Strikers? Was that
yes,
what
that's what it was.
Yeah. And then they did more details on the Advance Wars remakes. Where it's Advance Wars 1 and 2 from the GBA. It's it's got voiced characters. One of the voices sounds a lot like Futaba, going back to Persona. Sounds like it's the same voice actress. They added a feature where you can fast forward gameplay and reset turns as needed. And they also did additional modes like a high score mode, map creator, and a multiplayer. And from what I understand, Advance Wars is very much, and this is no offense to people that like the games at all.
There we go.
But it's kind of a baby's first turn-based strategy.
Okay.
No offense, though.
Someone out there is butthurt right now. Someone is not okay with what you were saying.
Which is why I was like, this is no offense at all. Like, you have to get started somewhere, and if it's a game to get started in,
Well, if we have any down votes, you know why.
It's because of Dean's hot take.
Rate 5 stars, and then you can have other people hate me too.
Your hate fuels me.
No Man's Sky is coming out to Switch this summer.
Oh, I thought it was already on Switch, honestly.
Oh, and I should also note Fire Emblem Warriors is coming out in late June. Advance Wars is early April. And then they announced Mario Strikers Battle League.
Yeah, no, this sounds good. Yeah, this sounds great. I'm all about any Mario sports game ever. All about it. You can go down the list. I'm sorry, I was just like, that game is. I am excited for that one for sure.
I don't necessarily hate the Mario sports games. It's just they always have Camelot working on it, and I'd rather see Camelot. I don't know if Camelot's actually working on this one, but I'd rather see Camelot work on more Golden Sun.
They definitely messed up Mario Tennis, but other than that, I've really enjoyed quite a few of the Mario sports games.
But in this one, they have gear that you can get, and the gear not only changes your appearance, but also your stats on the actual field. One of the skins that they showed Mario wearing, it looks like Mario has a Saiyan Scouter, which is pretty cool. They have added what they're calling Hyper Strike, and it's kind of like the Super Smash from Super Smash Brothers. Like you collect this orb on the field, and then you can do this special power that allows you to score. And when you score, it's worth 2 goals instead of 1.
Sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever played Strikers, but just like aesthetic-wise, I just love how intense the sports games are.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it shows in the clips they were showing, it shows them like tackling each other into electric fences.
Jesus, this is like Mario
And they're getting
grinding his cleat
electrocuted.
into Luigi's foot and the GameCube one.
So, 8 players can play on one Switch. There's an online club where up to 20 players can be in an online club, and those clubs are then ranked. So the rankings are based on the group rather than individuals. And that is coming out in mid-June. They also showed off the PvE mode for Splatoon 3. It's called Salmon Run Next Wave. It's got, they introduced the fish stick, which is I know.
What a name.
Which is a tower that drops down, that the enemies drop down, and it just starts spraying paint all over the place. And the only way to defeat it is to make a paint trail up the tower and swim up the tower through that paint trail, and then take out the enemies that are on the top of the tower. They introduced... You like that idea?
That's like that game. Those games are interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people hate them over here because they're like, why are they making Splatoon? No one likes Splatoon. And it's like, Splatoon's popular everywhere outside the West.
I've never played them, but like they look really cool. Like if nothing else, it's a really unique game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I figured I'm sure it has like its niche group of people that take it way too seriously here, but other than that, like mainstream probably doesn't really care too much about it. But
yeah.
Like I think it was the Wii U. It's like how you could drop missiles on the map by using the screen on the controller. Whenever that came out,
yeah.
It was, like, I was hearing a lot about that. But
then they also introduced Flipper Flopper, which is like a boss. Flopper. And it's a jumping fish, and so the fish jumps, and at the peak of its jump, it releases a AoE attack. And then the mode they were playing, I don't know if there's multiple modes, I never have played Splatoon myself, but the mode they were playing, you win by collecting eggs, which you get by defeating these enemies. And then you have like a backpack, and it launches the fish egg to the next player, which then launches it. You keep doing that till you reach your goal. And it is co-op. This PvE mode is co-op.
That's cool.
Oh, that could be fun.
Already doing it better than Infinite.
That's not saying much.
The campaign did good. It was the multiplayer that did bad, but the one complaint about the campaign is that they didn't have co-op to start.
That's the only thing that's really keeping me from getting the campaign. Like, the open world with a buddy in tow. Like, that sounds like that'd be an absolute blast.
And then they announced, and I've never heard of these games before, they're remaking the Front Mission 1 and 2 games.
I haven't heard of that title before.
No, me either.
So, like I said, it's a remake, and it's a mech game.
That's probably why I haven't heard of it.
I'll finish talking, telling you about this and let you discuss amongst yourself for a second. It's a mech game, and the mechs are called Wanzers. It's one of those German words where the W is pronounced with a V. And you can customize your Wanzer. It's a turn-based strategy game. The first Front Mission remake... Okay, she's got it. The first Front Mission remake is coming out in summer of 2022. And then the second one is going to be remade later, but they didn't really give any info on that.
Just kind of an announcement, I assume?
Yeah. Just like, oh yeah, we're remaking the second one too, for those interested. Oh, this is a fun one. I just turned the page. I have 3 pages of notes. So, Disney Speedstorm. It is a Disney Mario Kart clone. And it's got the 3 words everyone loves to hear. Free to play.
Oh
boy.
It's Disney Pixar, correct?
Yeah, Disney Pixar.
That means there's going to be microtransactions out the ass for all these Disney characters. Ugh. I'll stick to Mario Kart. Thank you very much.
So it's, the characters that they showed was Mickey, Donald, Mulan, Sully, and Jack Sparrow. And they were very creative with their editing to make sure those were the only characters shown.
I'm calling it now. $10 per movie franchise bundle.
Yeah, there'll be like 4 or 5 that you probably just announced. You just told us that'll be free, and then everybody else is going to be $10. Here's a $15 to $20 car skin. Here they're using a taunt. Here's $5 for a taunt. Oh, here's an emblem that's displayed for all your friends to see. That's $5. I don't want it, dude. It's a kart racer. You can just maybe spend $60 and play it with my friends when they come over. I don't. No.
So I actually looked it up because they name dropped, which is weird for Nintendo. They named dropped the developer. And so I looked them up, and that's their specialty. Looking at their games catalog is mobile games. They developed the Asphalt games, which I had never heard of those games. And then they've done the touch controls for all of the Assassin's Creed games. They've also done mobile versions of several franchises. That seems to be their go-to is mobile.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be chock full of microtransactions.
Oh, yeah. So this one had some people talking.
Plus, Disney's like everything right now, like Marvel, Star Wars, the actual Disney movies themselves, like the princess ones and other things. A large catalog of titles they could use and IPs they can use to throw in that kart racer and just gobble up the money. What's that? A new Avenger movie coming out? All right, here's that new $20 pack. I'm trying not to get too upset about it.
Speaking of Disney IPs, the next thing they talked about was Star Wars Force Unleashed is coming to Switch.
And better not sell that for $60.
And it's coming out on 4/20. Lays it up. It's got you can choose to do button or motion controls for controlling. And that's where the conversation is coming from, is people are like, man, this looks rough. Why does it look so bad? Like, Force Unleashed did not look that bad. It's the Wii port.
Oh, no. I didn't know that. Why would they do that?
I mean, I played the hell out of the Wii port, but...
Because
you did?
Yeah.
All right, my bad. I'm not trying to...
No.
I'm trying to attack you. I was about to go hard on it.
Play-Doh.
It did. It did look like Play-Doh. Everything on the Wii looked like Play-Doh.
That's true.
But
I'm not gonna
but I'm assuming they went with the Wii port because it's already coded for Nintendo.
Right,
you know.
it's their title, yeah.
Man, they could easily put the PS3 360 versions on the Switch, no problem though. Those games are old as shit.
I understand that whole thing. I'm gonna go off here in a not too distant future about something. So, like, for me, I think that's the Wii port's fine for me because I'm gonna be going off on something else. And then they announced the Ezio collection, the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection.
Wii port.
Wii port.
I would doubt it.
They I don't even did the Ezio games come out on Wii? I don't even remember.
Couldn't tell you actually.
No idea.
I'm looking it up.
So that includes obviously all the Ezio games, the DLC the story DLC that came with them. And then they mentioned, I don't know if you guys knew this, but during those times they actually released 2 like short films based around Ezio. Like, one's at the end of Ezio's life, the other's about Ezio's father before the events of Assassin's Creed 2. They mention it, so I don't know if it's in this collection, if those 2 short films are in the collection. That'd be weird to watch something on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know why they would bring it up if it wasn't there.
It would be strange, but I guess it'd be kind of more cohesive, though, like, if it's a bundle pertaining to him. This was like after everything with Ezio and what was his name? Is it Damien?
You talking about the guy in the normal world,
Yeah.
the regular
Yeah.
time? Desmond.
Desmond.
His name's
Desmond.
Desmond.
Yeah.
I am an Assassin's Creed fan, and I'm just got hit. I'm like, I know.
It's Damien.
I have not played any of the new ones yet,
Yeah.
like the Origin or Odyssey or any of those. I haven't played those. Yet.
Revelation.
I play every
was my
single
favorite
one.
by far.
Revelations was?
Yeah, I liked.
I
the
really
bomb
enjoyed
crafting.
Revelation.
That's the third one of the Ezio collection, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's two. Let's see. There's two.
No, it goes Assassin's Creed 2, and then Brotherhood, and then
Brotherhood.
Be the
Revelations.
fourth if it
Yeah,
come
yeah,
out
yeah.
then. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
did you play them like one after another? Or did you come back? Did you like come back to Revelations like at a later
I
date?
played 2 and then Revelations. I haven't played the first or Brotherhood. Like I've never been.
You didn't.
huge
You played 2.
on-
You skipped Brotherhood, and then went to Revelations. There's an actual cohesive story
Yeah.
between the three.
Yeah, I know
Damn.
there is. Which what I was going to
Yeah.
build onto is like after that, it's like any kind of real world applications like in the game as to why you're going back. It's kind of just removed. You're just some random employee at whatever that company's name is. I haven't played them in so long. I don't remember.
SD Gundam Battle Alliance. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the anime community, SD stands for Super Deformed. So they're
Did not know
I
that's
did
what
not
that
know
stood
that.
for. I did not know
so
that.
it's
yeah.
basically chibi.
That's why they're
Gundam.
chibis. That's why they just look like chibis. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. That explains it then.
So in this game, you lead 3 Gundams into battle. You can upgrade the Gundams by using parts you collect, and there's an online co-op. The release for this was just listed as this year. That's a lot of the stuff. Half of it had dates, the others are like summer or this year. It's like that's not very specific.
There's one particular game that I'm hoping is on your list. I'll hold my tongue until it is either said or passed over.
Yeah. So
And then I will go on a tangent if you do not mention it.
I got one too because I looked up a little bit of it and I saw something that caught my eye. Waiting for you to now talk about.
yeah, the only thing I'd never listed was they did like a little montage where they just showed like 5 games, but they didn't actually talk about them. It's just like a music set to like 5 games, and then they went on. I didn't include those at all, but everything else, even the stuff they didn't talk a lot about, I included. Chrono Cross, Radical Dreamer Edition. You can turn off encounters in this one, and you can access a remastered soundtrack, is what they kind of talked about. The Radical Dreamer part is, I guess, another thing they're including, which is like a Intellivision thing where it's like text-based Chrono story. I'm not super familiar with the Chrono series in general, so
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with it for sure.
that comes out early April. And now Kirby Forgotten Land. I'm gonna post something in the Discord real quick. They introduced mouthful mode.
my
Yeah, you were telling me about this earlier today.
So they Kirby can now absorb objects, like instead of just enemies.
That's hilarious. And then you say mode, is it like a select game mode, or is it just something you can do in the game?
It's just something you can do in the game, and it's to pass puzzles. So they showed him. I just sent a picture of Kirby with his mouth over a car. They showed that. They showed him absorb a vending machine. He absorbed an industrial-sized fan, a giant light bulb, a scissor lift, and he used these to get through various obstacles in the world. apparently the story is, you know those weird looking like enemies, the like orange ones with just the box standard face, from the other Kirby games that when you suck them up you don't get powers, they're just there.
Waddle Dees.
Waddle Dees, yeah. So in this game you're actually saving the Waddle Dees. And as you save them, they build a town in this forgotten land. And there's a shop you can go to, and they'll upgrade your copy abilities. So there's an ability called the Cutter ability, where you just throw like a boomerang or whatever at an enemy.
Yeah.
You can upgrade that, and then the upgrade they showed was called the Chakra Cutter. And you throw 3 boomerangs at once at enemies. They showed an upgrade for fire, where instead of just shooting like the standard fire, you're shooting molten rocks. Ugh, if I can talk. Molten rocks at enemies. And then that can be upgraded to dragon fire, where the fire goes even further than that, and it's purple. And you might be able to fly, ? With the dragon fire.
I'm so hyped for this. That was one of my favorite parts of Kirby Squeak Squad. Is as you go through and get the treasures from each level, you can get scrolls that'll teach you new abilities for different powers. So like, you get the for like the one where you're digging. If you get the scroll for it, you can like double tap a direction and then hit the dig button. You'll turn into a giant drill and just go plowing through the ground. So,
yeah,
that's cool. They're bringing that back.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Kirby games. I haven't played all of the Kirby games, but the ones that I have played, I've really enjoyed.
I've got a giant Kirby plushie here on my desk. I love this game.
So I'm happy. I also love that Masahiro Sakurai always for Smash, like it's always everyone else gets like killed or kidnapped or whatever except Kirby.
Yeah.
And then Kirby's the big hero, and Masahiro Sakurai is the creator of Kirby, so he's like, no, my character is going to be the star of Super Smash Brothers. You don't even know. He's going to make me
ravenous black hole.
You're going to make me spend 3 years working on this one game. I'm going to make sure my character outshines the rest. And then PlayStation makes an appearance. MLB The Show. They're really going hard on the cross platform, and it's cross progression.
That's pretty cool.
So, like, you can just be like, oh, I gotta go on this trip. You take your Switch with you, you play MLB The Show. Then you, when you get home, all of the stuff you did on MLB The Show will then be, on your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome.
I wonder how many cutbacks they had to do to put that thing on the Switch. And
that's the question.
I understand that it's on the Xbox, but, like, the Switch...
Yeah, but the Xbox and the PlayStation aren't all that far from each other. The Switch is like 3 generations behind,
as Nintendo tends to be.
And that comes out in early April.
That's interesting.
So I said I was going to go on a rant. Here's my rant. Kingdom Hearts Integrum Masterpiece Collection.
Oh boy.
Square Enix has people have asked why they're doing like the cloud versions of Kingdom Hearts on Nintendo. Because Nintendo servers are, they said they're upgrading their servers that were still running Windows 98.
No.
Yeah, their servers were still running Windows 98. And for some reason, Square says that Kingdom Hearts will run better with the cloud versions than fucking just downloading or having the physical versions. They have No Man's Sky. You have, Force Unleashed. You have, the Ezio Collection. Like, yeah, will those games run great? No, but I guarantee you they'll run better than if they're on the cloud on Nintendo's online service.
With no Ethernet port.
With no, on a 20-plus-year-old system.
Yeah, like, what? Why are we doing this, Square? Why? I don't understand this.
Yeah, that's awful. That's awful.
That's terrible.
And I know someone that has played a little bit that's out today, by the way. And I knew someone that played a little bit earlier, got a copy of it early, and they were talking about, when they were reviewing it, they're like, this plays terribly. It's like, it plays as bad as you would think a cloud game would play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, unless you're running Google Fiber out of your house, it's like you're...
Yeah. Now, Control did the same thing. Control was the cloud version on the Switch. That I can see, because... Really? Yeah, because there's no way the Switch would have been able to run Control, period.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that was on there.
But it's not like...
to appease. Like, who's this for?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, Control, Control is one thing because of what that game is. Kingdom Hearts is no Control.
Yeah,
it's not visually fidelity at all.
No. It tails more towards Nintendo's, go-to cartoony, boxy kind of style.
Yeah.
Not the, a bleeding PlayStation 4 title.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my rant. I just don't understand that at all. Next up, Klonoa 1 and 2 are coming on Switch. I'm not super familiar with this franchise. But it's coming out in July. Do you guys have anything to say about those games?
Don't know anything about them.
Nor do I.
It's like a little black and white, bunny creature that uses air as his superpower. It's a 3D platformer, so...
I'll have to look into it. I've never heard of it, though. I'm always down for a good platformer, though.
And then another one with no specific date, just this year. Portal 1 and 2 coming to Switch.
Oh, well, that's cool. That's a good ad.
Yeah.
I immediately knew what they were talking about because in the how they have the little splash screen before the announcements. The splash screen goes, "We're so glad you're here," and it's like, "Oh, Gladys, gotcha." And then they're like, and then when they're describing the game, they're like, "You go through puzzles for cake, maybe." Still up in the air on that one.
I love those games so much.
They are so good. I've only played a little bit of the first one, but a majority of the second one.
I beat both the games, but I found one, it's called Portal Reloaded. It's like a modded continuation, but it's like you have a third portal that you put down, and you go back and forth between the labs as they look in the first game and the second game. Yeah. So it's like you have to go through an area and just go back in time to when everything was fixed because there's debris in your way.
Oh.
Or stuff of that sort. That's game is headache-inducing.
I
It's
bet.
so confusing. Yeah, it's great.
So we got... the next thing is Live Alive, which I had never heard of this because it previously was only in Japan. It is a remake, but it's a remake in the 2D HD engine that I love. I love this engine. That's the Octopath Traveler engine.
Okay.
And similar to Octopath Traveler, you choose what character you start with. I'm assuming you go through the different stories as you complete each one, but you choose essentially your timeline. You have Prehistory, which is you play as a caveman. You've got where you're in early China. You've got present day. You've got near future. You've got far future. Like, it just goes down the line. I think all that's really interesting. And that comes out in late July.
A lot of these are pretty close. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're all older games, and for most of these are older games and stuff, but it's still like, and you'll be able to play this soon. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. That's the one thing. Other than a few games, Breath of the Wild 2, Metroid Prime 4, they really don't announce things way too early.
Yeah, that's
like I was, like I was saying earlier. It's like, I hope that they said something about Bayonetta 3 in this.
Bayonetta is so good and underrated.
It is, and I want the third one. I need it.
They announced it so long ago. The developers of Bayonetta 3, they said, like, hey, it's not up to us. Like, we made the game. Like, it's on Nintendo to let us know when we can put it out there.
They mentioned it the last Direct.
Yeah.
But
well, you'll just have to find out if they mentioned it here.
It's this year, I'm pretty sure, they said.
I would hope. Like I said, that game's been in development for a long time. That game should be polished and ready to go.
I need my badass, sexy library. I need it.
The hair demons.
Yeah. God, I love the style of that game.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
The anime dancing from the last Direct really had me going.
Oh, yeah. You get a new giant spider one. Like, God,
yeah.
So looking forward to it.
Next up that they announced, Switch Sports. So they're bringing back Wii Tennis, Wii Bowling, and from the other Wii Sports game that they did, Chambara, which is like kind of like fencing. But they announced that they're bringing back those three. Plus, they're bringing volleyball, soccer, and badminton to this collection.
That's interesting.
They will add golf later. And if you get the physical version, you get a leg strap. So that there's a second mode in soccer where it's just you kicking goals. And so the leg strap you put around your leg, put the Joy-Con in, and you just kick, and you kick the goals.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was wondering if they'd bring back something like the Wii Fitness board that they had, but
Yeah.
I mean, they got the Wii Ring, where it's like a
Yeah.
which is like a RPG kind of style game.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
I was always into buying it, but they were selling out during the whole 2020 pandemic, and they kinda had a hard time keeping them in stock.
Yeah, I guess with them being able to add a bunch of new peripherals and stuff to the system, though, like, they wouldn't really have a need for a board like that. Like you were saying, with the ankle straps and everything, it's like...
Yeah.
I
don't remember if I said they're adding golf later. The game comes out in late April, but they are doing an online playtest this month, the 18th through the 20th. To get some feedback on how the games play or whatever. Next up is Taiko no Tatsujin. I hope I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. I'm American and insensitive. It's a rhythm game, and it's one of those taiko drums, which are the drums you see in a lot of anime during like the festival episodes. The ones on the four legs.
It's probably like that a really popular arcade game that they have in Japan.
It might be. I feel like I've seen
drum.
I feel like I've seen the characters before, but I've never actually played any of these games. They announced that they're going to have songs like Megalomania. They have the Legend of Zelda orchestral theme song. Just a bunch of stuff.
And I can get behind this.
They said you'll have access to like over 300 songs or something.
Ooh, yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for this one. Love a good rhythm game.
Yeah. If I had rhythm, I'd be all about rhythm games, but I'm white.
I got a video on my YouTube channel of me playing Synth Rider in VR. It's great.
Yeah, you got me tempted to almost buy that game just from watching you play it. It looks so cool.
Someone told me I needed to record myself doing it, so I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll try.
It looks intense.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Then we got Triangle Strategy, which we've heard a lot about over the last, 4 or 5 years of this game. A demo's coming out soon, and the demo will be the first 3 chapters, and your progression will transfer to the full game when the full game comes out. Then you got Cuphead Delicious Last Course coming out in late June.
Is that the movie, or is that another game?
The DLC.
That's the DLC.
But it's also a standalone DLC as well, right?
It's possible. They talked a lot about the abilities of Miss Chalice or whatever, the new character.
Yeah.
She has a dodge roll and a double jump.
Okay.
So the game that I was like fell in love with the aesthetic of.
Definitely.
The aesthetic's great.
Frustratingly
Music.
hard. Frustratingly
Oh,
hard.
Well,
I don't think I ever beat it.
I made it off the first
actually.
island, and I don't know how much further than that I made it.
I think I got fed up with the ghost train.
Gosh, it was so nuts. The game was relentless.
And just you and your buddy screaming at each other. Trying to frantically revive each other, and one of you dies, and you gotta switch play. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, video games.
I can't get over this picture of Kirby.
Oh my god, yeah, it gets me excited.
I keep
I'm
looking
so
at it, it's
stoked
like-
that Kirby's getting his justice served as like his own full game. That's great. He's getting his own Mario Odyssey is what it looks like.
Right. I saw the trailer. Whenever I saw the trailer for that, I was losing my shit.
Didn't even believe it. I was like, they're really going all out for Kirby. Awesome, he deserves it.
Yeah. I think the last one was Star Allies for Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the first one I'd played since I played Squeak Squad on the DS forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having a nostalgia fit. I was freaking out over every little thing. My buddies didn't know why I was like a kid on Christmas Day playing that, but like I was having an absolute blast.
So, we got 4 left. 4 things to talk about.
Number 4.
An update for Metroid Dread.
Okay.
They're adding a one-hit KO mode
Oh, good lord.
Oh no.
and a rookie mode, which are out now. And
That's
then
good.
Later, they're going to be adding a boss rush mode.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that game, that's good they're hitting both sides, because I know some people like hard things, and other people like, I just want to be able to play it, so it's good that they hit both.
One-hit KO, though, is a little nuts.
Hey, there's people out there that want to, Devil May Cry does that in all their games, and one-hit deaths. It's nuts.
It's like, why even bother getting the energy tanks? Because they're not going to matter.
Yeah, it's the casuals and then one for the masochists.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what was it? I recently saw like a clip from an interview of Miyazaki, and they asked him if they smile when they think about how much they're gonna make the players hate themselves when they're playing the Souls games, and he goes, And he's like, no, I don't know what kind of sadistic person you think we are. No, we do those because we're masochists. We want to hate ourselves. We're not doing it for the others.
I'm still convinced the whole reason Dark Souls was brought to the Switch in the first place was a gimmick to sell more controllers.
Yeah.
Because everyone's spiking those cheap plastic things across the room.
Yep. Good luck. Spend another $70. We'll take it.
He also said in that, when he's talking about him being a masochist, he's like, every single death you can have in those games is how I want to die.
Wow.
Yeah, sit on me, Smo.
So, guess what? Mother 1 and 2, as in Earthbound Beginnings and Earthbound, are coming to NES and SNES, respectively.
Earthbound is coming? That's nice.
Yeah, Earthbound is coming. Again, they ignore Mother 3 for the people that have been crying for Mother 3 for, 30 years now? Mm-hmm. And those are out now. They actually were doing maintenance on Switch Online while the Direct was going on, and then they're like, they're out now, and people are like, so that's what the maintenance was for.
I heard that people have been asking for Earthbound for a while now, and it's on the SNES Classic, but not on the the 20 games they gave you for having the PlayStation, the Nintendo Premium
Online, yeah,
Nintendo Online, but there was no Earthbound. Like, how are you going to give us all the games but Earthbound?
And Earthbound Beginnings, which is Mother 1, man, that looks rough. I realize it's on the NES, but it does not hold up in the slightest.
I haven't really played the Earthbound games, but aside from watching all the stuff about the blast boss being like, oh yeah, this is an aborted fetus. It's like, oh.
yeah,
cool.
No, there's a lot of weird stuff in there. But yeah, Earthbound itself still looks good. Like from the NES, it still looks good in the pixel art style. But Mother,
and that's always going to be charming in its own right.
Yeah, but Mother 1 being on the NES, it does not hold up with that 8-bit look. Trying to do the JRPG thing. Who's ready?
Speaking of Earthbound,
yeah,
have either of you really seen anything about Amori?
I've not.
It's like a more of an anime style kind of game. It looked like it emulated a bit of how Earthbound was, like the combat wise and stuff. But you have to maintain your character's emotional states.
Yeah.
And it's different things happen depending on if they end up getting stressed or angry or sad or whatnot. And it's like a psychological horror game after a certain point.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
That is... I'll have to look into that. So, are you guys ready to talk Mario Kart?
Yes. Been waiting on it. Yeah, I've been waiting on it.
I've been eyeing a Mario Kart steering wheel at work.
Oh, nice.
Mario Kart 9's never coming out, guys.
Well, they did announce it, right? They said it's in development.
Well, but I don't know about all that. In the Direct, they announced they are remastering courses from previous games.
So they're going to give it to Mario Party All-Stars.
And releasing them as paid DLC, which is free with Nintendo Switch Online Expanded. So that actually makes it almost worth it, because here's the thing. They're releasing 8 courses at a time over 6 waves, which is 48 new courses total.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, dang.
Yes, please.
And they're doing that till the end of 2023, so they're going to be doing 3... every 4 months, we're going to get 8 new courses for Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, Mario Kart 9's not for another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones they are talking about from Wave 1 will be Coconut Mall from the Mario Kart Wii, Choco Mountain from Mario Kart 64, and this one's actually not necessarily a remaster per se. Tokyo Blur, which is from the mobile Mario Kart game that no one plays because it's transaction hell.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I didn't play it.
Terrible.
Yeah. So that actually, I've never played that particular course, so that'll be a new experience for me.
I'm psyched.
So those are the 3 out of the 8 they announced for Wave 1. And that comes out mid-March. Here's the last announcement. It is medieval fantasy, swords, and, magic and all of that. That's right,
March 23rd.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I heard those were pretty good games.
I've heard great things about the games.
I've heard good things about them.
I don't know. There's like 2 different, there's Xenoblade, X something or rather, and then there's Xenoblade Chronicles. I can't remember which one, but there's one that steered me away because they're like, oh yeah, you have a bunch of side quests that have a point of no return, but they'll stay in your quest log if you start them, even though you can no longer finish them because you passed the point of no return. I was like, I don't like that.
I'm pretty sure that was Chronicles because I think my buddy had the very similar complaint to that about the game.
Yeah. But yeah, there's two different versions, 2 different worlds of Xenoblade, so I can't remember which one. But yeah, I've always been interested in Xenoblade. I love just the look of the world, and I would love to get into it. I don't know that I have time for JRPGs anymore. Being a father of 2 and all of this.
They are time sink.
They really are. Yeah, there's too much good stuff coming out. Yeah, it's gotta be. You gotta pick and choose.
Not enough time.
They didn't give a release date, but they gave a release month for this, and that's September of this year.
That's not too far either.
No.
No.
So, normally they'll say at the beginning when they announce this direct, they're like, it's gonna be games coming out at the beginning of this year, and they said that before, and then half their games don't even come out this year or whatever. This one actually, for the most part, you have a couple Julys, and then you have this September one, and then you have a bunch that just say this year with no specific date. But outside of that, everything is coming out beginning half of the year.
Oh, with this in the last direct, it looks like this year's going to be awesome for Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I will not be satisfied until Bayonetta 3 drops, but aside from that...
Yeah, that's why I was like, you guys were talking about what you'd be mad if you didn't see, and I'm like, well, I should tell them that there's only 4 stories left, so they can start worrying a little bit, sweating.
I just want a release date, damn it. That's all. An estimation. 2022 isn't good enough for me.
Yeah.
I need to know if I need to re-download the game or not.
Yeah. Wasn't the first Bayonetta Xbox, and then second one was Nintendo?
360 exclusive, I believe, and then Bayonetta 2 was for everything. And then, shortly after the release of 2, Nintendo's like, you're mine, I believe. And they picked it up, and that was 2009, 2010, maybe? Yeah, it was such a long time ago. So they've been sitting on that title for a very long time.
Yeah, it's been ages. And you can get the first game on Steam. That's actually where I played it. But the second game is Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, 2009 was towards
was the second game exclusive to Nintendo?
It might have been. I don't remember, but I think it was.
Which one?
Bayonetta 2. Was Bayonetta 2 like a Wii U game or something?
It would have been Wii, I think.
Yeah, I think it would have been around the Wii era. Oh, actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was towards the end of the Wii era, which is why they might have been sitting on Bayonetta 3 so long. Is like Wii U, they're not going to release anything that they're like that on the Wii U, and then the Switch they're kind of waiting.
Right, been waiting 8 years for the sequel.
That's crazy.
That's nothing for Nintendo.
Sorry, F-Zero fans. Nothing for you yet.
Not yet, or ever, possibly.
GameCube is the last time F-Zero came out. Think about that. GameCube. That's a 20-year-old console now. So, I think that's it for what we need to talk about. Is there any closing things you guys want to mention?
I'm excited about Mario Kart and the continuous tracks that are going to just keep on dropping and making it more relevant. I was tired of all... I know there's a ton of tracks in there already, but I was tired of them all, and I'm super excited to play more of them.
Same here.
I
need another jam. Grumble Volcanoes. Got a special place in my heart, but I need some more levels.
They didn't say anything, but I would love to see them add some characters too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already got a huge roster.
Pretty big.
But I'm sure they can drag something in there.
I mean, if they're going to add all this DLC, they might add that, sprinkle some free stuff along the way. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? And they're gonna. Here's the new deluxe Mario Kart 8 now at $60 with all 120 maps.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Ultimate.
Yes, special edition, limited time special edition.
Just keep slapping this prefix.
Holographic edition. Yeah, holographic enhanced.
The definitive edition will be when they on the next console when they just port over Mario Kart 8 again.
You just picture the Mario Kart 8 title screen and Ultimate Special Edition, Limited Edition, Holographic.
I mean, the 8's already kind of crooked. All they need to do is just finish kicking it over, and then it's the infinity sign.
Like the infinity power-up.
For me, I knew it wasn't coming out at the beginning of this year anyway, so I knew we weren't probably going to hear anything from it per se. But this only continues to confirm that I don't think Breath of the Wild comes out this year.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
No.
And I honestly, if Mario Kart 9 just got pushed back years away, then when is the new Switch? Like, where's the Switch Pro? I just feel like it's even further away now. Yeah. No Zelda. I feel like they're waiting on the Switch Pro for
Monolith
Odyssey 2. Where's my Breath of the Wild 2? Where's my Metroid Prime 4? Give me my games. Give me my games.
Monolith Soft, yes, they do the Xenoblade games, but they're mostly support studio, and they had a big hand in the first Breath of the Wild. They've made 4 games since Breath of the Wild. And there's still no Breath of the Wild 2.
Damn.
They've released 4 games.
They're in no rush.
They really aren't. They really aren't.
That or just how much hype there is around the game. It's just going to be one of those things where they're just going to drop it on everybody out of nowhere.
My thing with that is, I get COVID hit Nintendo very hard. But it's like...
in the best way possible. Their lowest franchise is now one of their biggest franchises. They're making so much money. Oh, people can't show up to work because of COVID? They don't care. Go stay home. We're selling everything without you even needing to be at work. You don't even have to work. We're just selling everything. We're going to re-release this shit. And when you get to stay at home and not work, we'll pay you. Don't worry. Nintendo don't need to do shit. They just keep releasing this shit and adding just little tiny shit to the already released shit and then slapping $60 on it and letting you go home with it.
Then bam, big old $60 polish.
Yes.
My-
Well, it's not shit because I keep buying it, you know? I
No,
buy
it's good
it. I'll
shit.
buy it, you know? Buy the same game 15 times from a Nintendo, no matter what generation it's on.
My thing, though, is like Breath of the Wild 2, and they've said this in the art to Breath of the Wild, I believe, is where my source is. But they said that it started out as DLC for Breath of the Wild. They already had the skeleton for the second game. Like,
Yeah.
all they had to do is, put some muscle and some flesh on it, and, it's good. Like,
There's for sure such thing as waiting too long, and Beyond Good and Evil 2 know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Like, it just, after so long, people are just gonna be like, do we even care that it's a sequel? Like, yes, I want a Zelda game, but like, I don't, is it still a sequel? Is it connected to the last game? I don't know, that last game was a while ago.
Do you think it's going to end up like Skull and Bones and Beyond Good and Evil?
No, because it's Nintendo, it's their biggest franchise, one of the biggest franchises they have. So it will release, whether it gets turned into something completely different 5 years from now when they decide not to release it. Like, the original Breath of the Wild was a whole bunch of different games before it got released. They kept remaking it and retrying in different things. It was not the original scope they had. They had trailers for a completely different Zelda before Breath of the Wild was officially announced. So, who knows what will happen in the future. Like, they get different ideas, and they have the money in the back pocket, like, to just, like, you know what? We're not going to release this for 5 years. Sucks to be everybody else. We're going to do this new vision we have. And they will do it. And they don't care what people think. Because it'll sell. And I give them my money, so I'm a big part to blame. So, I'm sorry.
So, alright, I think that's it for closing statements. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you can get notified for every new upload. For the podcast services, be sure to rate us 5 stars, even if you don't like us, because we'll get found easier if you rate us 5 stars. And by doing that, you'll find friends who also hate us. So it's actually your benefit to
5 stars on Spotify, thumbs up on YouTube, your Apple thing, whatever that is. Nobody uses that, but when you're on Apple, I know you know what to do, so if you don't mind, please do it.
God, this is some fucking Sasuke and Itachi relationship going on. I need you to hate me. Your hate isn't strong enough yet.
And for anyone that wants to help us on Patreon, our Patreon is up. It's patreon.com/thebriefingroom. I am working on getting the previous episodes extras edited and up there. I'm actually going on vacation from my job next week, so I'll probably get that done next week. And we're going to do our post show now, and so you can listen to that on patreon.com/thebriefingroom. So, see you guys later.
Appreciate you guys stopping by.
Take care.